Hello everybody, we're back with some gameplay on Pokemon TCG Live. Today we're playing Giratina V-STAR. So the deck is basically a Lost Box deck, so we use the flower selecting ability of Comfey combined with Colress Experiment to generate, to put cards back into our Lost Zone area, and this gives us a lot of card selection that to power up then our, let's say, Lost Zone Pokemon. This would be our Sableye for the late game. Once we have 10 cards in the Lost Zone, we can distribute 120 damage. We have our Cramorant for some easy early KOs. And we have obviously our Giratina V-STAR that can immediately knock out a Pokemon independent of health points. Small inclusion line is the Charizard Ex. Super good against the Charizard matchup because we can knock out one Charizard with our V-STAR VMAX Requiem. But then if the opponent has a second one, we can't really, it's a 2-hit requirement for Charizard. But with the Iron Leaves, we can play it directly from our hand. It switches with the active, gets the energies from the active, and it's a 1-hit KO on a Charizard EX. For trainers, main trainers will be, as I mentioned before, Colress's Experiment. He's the main motor to put cards into the Lost Zone, and we have Mirage Gate to provide energies to really speed up the energy situation. Our ace-spec card of choice is the Prime Catcher. This allows us to manipulate the active and allow us to get easy KOs. Other than that, we have some disruption in the form of Iono and Roxanne. We have Artazon to get our basics, and Lost Vacuum. Battle VIP was replaced with Buddy-Buddy Poffin. This tutors up 2 Comfeys on the first turns, so really cool trainer card. Energies, we have the possibility to attack with our Radiant Greninja with the water energies, and then a couple of grass and psychic energies. In general, we want to actually be on the play, so we want to play first to start getting those cards into the Lost Zone. Opponent's going first. Let's take a mulligan there. Okay, so this is what we want. We want to start out with a Comfey in the active. We don't want to develop the Sableye yet. Because depending on what the opponent's playing, they can manage an early knockout, and Sableye is only really useful in the later game, because until we have 10 cards in the Lost Zone, it doesn't really do anything. So we're playing against the Charizard EX deck. I mean, obviously, if we don't draw anything, I will be forced to bench the Sableye, because they can knock out this Comfey fairly easy, if they have Rare Candy in hand, and a Charizard for next turn. So have to be a bit careful there. So you get that Giratina V, that's not a bad draw. Let's do our first flower selecting. So we'll get the Colress Experiment, because this will accelerate our cards in the Lost Zone. So let's check here. So Super Rod is always good because we tend to discard a lot of energies with our Giratina V-STAR. Switching cards are in general, or with a Radiant Greninja, I mean. Switching cards are good. Energies, we don't want to put too many in the Lost Zone. Now there's an argument to get the Heavy Ball to check our prize situation if we have relevant cards there, or the Switch card. I don't think the Counter Catcher is relevant here at the moment. I will go for the Hisuian Heavy Ball, actually. I want to be able to have a bit more card selection. So we have another Comfey and a Giratina in our prizes. So I will get the Comfey. We'll bench this. We'll attach a Jet Energy to get another. Now, if we can manage to get a Cramorant by getting a Nest Ball, for example, okay, we won't, but this would have been ideal because then we could immediately attack this Charmander. So yeah, we'll pass turn, but we already have 4 cards in our Lost Zone. So if we had a Cramorant, we would retreat and knock out this Charmander. which would be a good play. Okay, Pong goes for the Professor's Research. Didn't have too much. I would maybe have gone for the what's his name, Arvin, but yeah. Okay, this is good for us. Opponent doesn't seem to have much in terms of gameplay. We get a Switch Cart, that's cool, so we can go for flower selecting. Buddy-Buddy Poffin doesn't do much because we can only get Comfeys out of the deck with it, and we already have it, so not too relevant. We will retreat here this Comfey into the other one. We would like to use our Switch Card to heal, but then we would waste the energy. Boss's orders. Our flower selections are not too good at the moment. So that's 6 cards in the Lost Zone. We can consider, or start to consider, Giratina as a solution. So I will actually attach an energy. I will promote this Giratina to use its Abyss Seeking, or whatever it's called, attack, that we can finish here the acceleration. So we want, for sure, we don't need Giratina VMAX per se. Colress's Experiment is a nice addition. We already put some energies to the discard pile, but I would like to get Greninja going on. How many water? So we have 3 water energies. So if we put this water energy to the discard pile or to the Lost Zone pile, we can't really use Greninja, and I would like to have Greninja available. Next turn we can use Mirage Gate to get a Psychic Energy to Giratina and attach and start hitting. Hopefully our opponent maintains this sad board state. There's also consideration to just go for Sableye, because that's 120 damage. We could take out the Charmander and the Pidgeot. Let's see if they evolve. If he evolves, then no dice. So he will probably get the Charizard here. So the Charizard, if we don't take any prizes, takes 180 damage, plus the 30 from the Defiance Zone, that's 210. So that would mean our Giratina goes to 10 life. Oh, this is interesting. What does this do? Okay. So our Giratina will be at 10 HP. This Incineroar is also kind of a problem because it has very high hit points. But yeah. So we will start with the Colress's Experiment. We want the Switch Card. We don't want Iono. Do we want Artazon? We want Mirage Gate for sure. Maybe we want the Artazon. Or maybe the Iono. We just keep the Iono for later, maybe. So this puts us at 10 cards in the Lost Zone. So now it's a point where we should deploy our Sableye. So we can go for a 2-hit KO turn at the moment. So I think I kind of like that. So I think I will use here our Prime Catcher to promote here the Incineroar, to force them to spend energies on their turn. We will attach here to the Sableye, and we will maybe Mirage Gate. I don't want to Mirage Gate yet, to not give them the chance to kill our Giratina full of energies. So I will just Lost Mine here. So we will put 50 on this Pidgey, and we will knock out the Charmander. So we get a 2-prize turn here. We would like to see a Giratina VMAX, because then we could easily knock out this Charizard. So this at the moment costs 2 energies. Yeah, Pokemon tool and an item, so no tool, just the item. Maybe going for a Rotom here or something like that. Rotom V, okay, or a Mew EX, yeah, similar concept. Okay, so Roxanne. So we can deploy. We don't want to deploy more bench Pokemon actually, because we don't want to make Incineroar's attack cheaper. I will nevertheless attach here an energy to Giratina. Even if they knock out this Giratina, we can Super Rod and then Mirage Gate, so it's not end of the world. And I think we will Lost Mine here. I don't know what this Growlithe is doing in the deck. I might go for the quick prize there. Because then we can also reduce, so if, yeah, there's 30 left over, yeah. I think I'll go for the easy knockout, and then I will leave the Mew in a situation where we can boss his orders and knock it out with Giratina. Because next turn, for example, we could switch cards, boss his orders the Mew, attack with the Giratina, for example, or just knock out the Smoltres. This also works in our favor. So I want to remove the card draw, so I will go for the boss's orders. So we're missing a Psychic Energy. So let me think here a bit. I don't have a boss's orders. For some reason I thought I had a boss's orders in my hand. So we will just switch card here actually. Put the Sableye. And I think what we do, I would like to knock out the Mew, but I'll just knock out the Moltres. Because the Mew is already in a situation where it's a one-hit KO from a Giratina. Opponent is thinking. This is why Sableye is so powerful, and you should really consider playing a Manaphy to prevent damage to your bench Pokemon. We also play Manaphy to avoid that our opponent can knock out our Comfeys and so on. Okay, so we have the Cramorant. But again, I think there's not much I would like to do here. So I think I'll just go for the Lost Mine on the Mew, and next turn we could get the win. Opponent is also being quite unlucky here with their draws. No way of switching, no energy somehow for this Incineroar. They did have a lot of energies on their basic Pokemon that we knocked out, so the Pigeon Charmander play, we put immediately 4 energies into the discard. So let's see. But unless they can do something about the Sableye, so they would have to retreat into the Charizard, or equip or like put some energies on the Incineroar to attack. But if they can't, we got this in the bag. Yeah. So we just lost mine directly here, no point in wasting time. So we knock out the Mew, we can even knock out the Charmander, and we put some honorary damage points here on the Incineroar. That's game. So we would like to go first. So this is what we want to see actually. We can tutor out a lot of Pokemon from our deck. Our opponent is playing some Iron Hands, I think, variants. So with these Nest Balls, so with the Buddy-Buddy Poffin, we can get 2 more Comfey, and then with the Nest Balls, we can get a Giratina and a Cramorant, for example, depending on what they have. And we should try to get an energy, so that we can get the card draw from the Greninja. Okay, so another Buddy-Buddy Poffin, that's a bit overkill. So let's start with the Hisuian Heavy Ball. So our prizes, we have 3 energies, 1 of the Colresses, okay, that's fine. Do some flower selecting. Okay, so we get an energy. This is what we actually needed. We will start with 1 Buddy-Buddy Poffin. We get 2 Comfeys out. We get, with the Nest Ball, I will get the Radiant Greninja. And with another Nest Ball, I will get a Cramorant, so that we can start some early aggression here. We will discard here this energy to get some card draw. This is good. Sure, opponent has that. And why can't I use my... Oh yeah, I already did my flower selecting. I'm being stupid. Yeah, so now we switch cards and we do a second flower selecting. I will take, I think, the Mirage Gates. So we did put 2 of our Giratina V-Stars into the discard, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. There is an argument here to play here this energy and retreat for 1 more selection. You could also save it for the Radiant Greninja next turn, but I think we can go for 1 more. This way next turn the Cramorant can start attacking for sure. And it takes a 2-hit KO here on the Sandy Shocks, so it's quite a strong early attacker. Off card draw from our opponents. Getting that Radiant Greninja. Now we don't 2-hit KO, but it's fine. Opponent gets a Raging Bolt. Okay. A lot of tools here. We would like to see our vacuum. Opponent plays a Nakli. Okay. And we have our buddy Sableye. Do we want to counter catcher? I think I will take the Giratina here. We'll play a Colress. So we'll take another Colress. Maybe we take 2 Colress. We don't really need Nest Balls anymore, I think. We'll just take the Colresses and drive the game plan via the Colresses. So we'll put 1 Comfey into the active, retreat into our Cramorant, and start attacking. I think I'll keep the water energy. And I think I'll deploy our Giratina. Mirage Gate is active. So we'll just spit innocently. First aside is Vitality, so now they can start attaching energies. Another Raging Bolt. I have the impression these things should probably be knocked out earlier rather than later. It's all Colress experiments. We can get the Psychic Energy, Mirage Gate, maybe Roxanne, or no, Boss's Orders I think is better. So we have 9 cards in the active, but since they equipped, Giratina is not a one-hit KO anymore, so let's conceal cards here first. Okay. Can attach a Leaf Energy here, and we'll just spit innocently. Soon our Sableye is active, so then we can also do some damage distribution with Sableye. Opponent is digging and digging for solutions. But I would expect that they will knock out this. Oh, okay, they're retreating. Yeah, this is kind of what I was afraid of. I think we might go in for the knockout on the Garganacl. But with the boss's orders, I have the same. So I'll promote the Comfey here. Okay, Giratina V-STAR. This is interesting because now we can actually take out their bulkiest Pokemon. I don't think we need the Manaphy. So I will... how do you want to do this? So I need to attach a Psychic Energy, so we have 2 in the discard. So I will Super Rod. The Cramorant actually can be useful in the future in both Psychic Energies. I'll play Mirage Gates, attaching a Psychic and a Water. So actually, I think Greninja might be coming up this game. We will promote the Giratina V. Evolve. We have 10 in the discard pile, and we will go for our Star Requiem. So next turn we can knock out this Raging Bolt, and then we actually, since their Sandy Sandy Shock is low HP, it's in the range of multiple Pokemon for a knockout. Okay, having 300 HP is a bit of an issue here, if we want to manage to get multiple attacks in. But I think we'll just go after one of the benched EX Pokemon with Boss Starter. Oh, they can knock us out. Okay, I didn't do the math properly. I thought they couldn't knock us out, but not a huge issue at the moment. So we will play here another Giratina. We will play Mirage Gate. We will conceal cards once, or flower selecting, I mean. We actually want this. We will play our Sableye on the bench. We will Jet Energy on the Giratina. We can Boss's Orders this guy. And we go for a Shred. We can have also played Counter Catcher. I didn't look at the price situation properly. But yeah. So Sandy Shock has weakness to grass, which may be relevant here. So if they knock out our Giratina, we would need another Super Rod. But if we get our second Super Rod, we can put the Leaf Energy back into the deck, and with the Iron Leaves manage to get a knockout. So I would assume that this Giratina V is going to get knocked out here. So one of our paths to victory is to manage to deploy this Iron Leaves. Now to do that, we need to also get some grass energies into the deck. We could play Roxanne. But then we risk that we don't draw properly. Anyway, we're going to lose next turn. So we will use Rapid Veneer. We can drag a Water Energy. We can play here a Leaf Energy on it already. And we can play Roxanne. Oh, let's wait. Let's play our Counter Catcher to bring up already one of these, because these guys are weak to grass, so it would be a one-hit KO. And now let's see if we can do something with this. Okay, we got one part of what we needed. So how do we do this? So we for sure have to Super Rod the grass energies back into the deck. Maybe a Psychic Energy just in case. We already used concealed cards, so we can't do much on that front. We can Lost Vacuum for there. And we are kind of out of options at the moment. So we are hoping that they somehow don't manage to retreat this guy, which I doubt that this will happen. Yeah, so they will be able to attach for sure and get one from the graveyard. Oh yeah, then it's game. Because now they can retreat into, yeah. Our opponent will do a lot of stuff, yada yada yada, and go for the kill. It annoys me to no end when opponents do unnecessary steps. So we'll go first again. So this is a quite good hand. So we have our Comfey start out, and we can get 2 more. We have switch cards. We can, on our second turn, we can start attacking with our Cramorant if we get a Nest Ball or if we find one. So this is kind of a quasi-ideal setup. So we have Iron Hands and we have the Frigate Ex. Okay. So let's start with our flower selecting. We don't need that Comfey. There's an argument we should have sequenced this differently, where we play this first, just to make sure we don't. I mean, if we have 2 Comfey prize, then we're in a weird situation now. We'll take the Super Rod, relevant more towards the later game. And I think we will retreat here. Yeah, I think I'll take the Sableye. We'll pass the turn. If we can manage to get our Cramorant and a boss's orders, we would immediately knock this out. This is their accelerant in this deck. But yeah, let's see what we can manage to pull off. Okay. I like this Iron Hands art. It's kind of funny. Just randomly going through the ruins. Okay, that was a good Pokestop for our opponents. So they will manage to get a second Frigate Ex and then get the Chien Pao or so on. So now the priority is not on knocking it out because they just have a license to evolve. So now we would focus our damage on the actual hitters probably. Okay, so we get our Nest Ball, so we will for sure get Cramorant. I think the energy will be more interesting. So I'll get a Cramorant here. I will switch cards. Which energies do I... Okay, I already exiled a grass energy. So I think here, yeah, I think we have to keep the grass energy. It's always a bit rough. You have to be aware that you don't kind of throw all of your energies out when playing this deck. We could Lost Vacuum to remove the Pokestop. Let's see if we hit something. But I don't want to really throw any of these cards out. I could throw the Hisuian Heavy Ball out. Yeah. So Irida really makes this deck super consistent, so they can always get the rare candy plus the Excalibur. So they're always guaranteed to get their, let's say, energy requirements. Two Bidoofs into, and the Bibarel actually, okay. So we'll start off with the Colress experiment. So I think for sure I want the Giratina. Giratina V-STAR could be useful. I don't need the Artazon. Now, do we need the Switch Cart or the energy? I think I'll go for the Switch Cart. So 8 cards in the Lost Zone at the moment. So we could... I'm thinking if there's a way where we can make this Sableye functional. So I think I will switch around here some Comfeys, see what we can do here. Okay, Rescue Board. Yeah, because now, so Mirage Gate is active, so for sure we can get an energy. Okay, we can even get the Jet energy here. So I will promote here Sableye. And now we have the option to either knock out the Iron Hands or knock out both the Frickerbacks and the Bidoof. Both options are relatively strong. I think I'll also promote already my Giratina V here. We will play Mirage Gate, so we can get a Psychic and a Water energy. Water for Comfey, Psychic for Sableye. Just double check that we have 10, yeah. Oh, did I mess up? Oops. Okay, so I messed up there. Yeah, we already had retreated. Okay, that's fine. Not the ideal play there, but it's still not the end of the world. So the question is, what do we knock out? I think I want to knock out the Bidoof, that they don't get their card draw. They will still need some time to get all the energies, I guess, on the Iron Hands. Because Chien Pao is a more efficient attacker. I will knock out the Bidoof and the Frickerbacks, I think. So my concern is if I would knock out here the Iron Hands, they could promote the Chien Pao, and it's way easier to start attacking with the Chien Pao than with the Iron Hands. So I'm buying here a bit of a turn, hoping that they won't be able to attack with the Iron Hands this turn, and then I can knock out the Iron Hands next turn. Yeah, then this turn we knock out the Iron Hands, then we have Giratina V Max to knock out, for example, Chien Pao or whatever. Counter Catcher, okay. That's fine. This is a cool Chien Pao art. So because also if, yeah, so now they will promote the Chien Pao, because otherwise if Chien Pao is not active, they can't get energies from their deck. So now they will be able to do this. But yeah. Not the end of the world. And if they knock out a Cramorant, that's completely fine. So now they will get energies from the deck, they can immediately attach him, and they can attack with him. So next turn I would like to try to get this V-STAR functional. So now they can discard 2 energies to knock out the Cramorant, which is not an efficient attack for them at all, so this is not a bad thing for us. So I think I'll promote this Comfey for now. I want to see if I can get a Mirage Gate. Okay, Nest Ball. Let's look for a Mirage Gate. I'll take the Giratina V. Activate Hero Pokéstop. Not exactly what we wanted, but also not bad. Because we can strand again the Iron Hands and go put some damage on their bench. Or we can play Colress's experiment and try to... Yeah, let's see if we can get something going here. Do we get a Mirage Gate? No Mirage Gates. So let's get Giratina V, the energy, and maybe Roxanne. So I think we can... Yeah, we can attach to Giratina V, and we can retreat here the Comfey into the Sableye. Sableye will get knocked out next turn, but not a huge issue. And we will go after the Iron Hands there. Because if they knock out our Sableye, we can just attach Psychic Energy, evolve the Giratina V, and knock out the Chien Pao. So it's completely fine. Opponent gets their 2 energies. So yeah, so now they will double attach to Chien Pao. They have to discard 2 to knock out the Sableye. We promote the Giratina, and then it's an easy knockout. Superior energy retrieval. I mean, if they have something like a boss's orders, I guess they could also try to get our Giratina and knock it out. What does this do? Okay. Yeah, so they're trying to promote my Giratina to get a knockout there, I guess. Okay. I don't like the Chien Pao deck that much. I think it's a lot of hoops to go through to do multiple attacks in a row. But yeah, it's nevertheless a strong deck, just not something I like to play myself. Okay, so now we can evolve the Giratina. Let's just confirm we have 10 cards. Yeah, we have 13 cards. Attach Psychic Energy, and we start Requiem. That's a win. We'll go first here. Sleeves are cool. Okay, this is not exactly the hand we want to see, but we have to take it. Okay, another Frigibax-based deck. So we will start with concealed cards. Okay, we got Comfey out. That's good. We'll take the Nest Ball, I think, to get a second Comfey. Could also get a Cramorant, because next turn we Comfey, we Colress, and then we just retreat our Comfey, and we get the early knockout. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the Cramorant here, and pass the turn. We always want to try to prevent like their acceleration, basically. Going for that rare candy and that Frigibax, I would assume. Oh, Earth and Vessel and Chien Pao, so they already had everything they need, I guess. Okay, they're going for the turn one knockout. This puts a bit of a hiccup into our plans. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because they didn't evolve yet. Yeah, I wasn't thinking correctly there. So let's flower selecting. I think we take the energy maybe for now. We will Prime Catcher this one, promote our Cramorant, play Colress. So we want the energies for sure, and maybe the board. We will do some concealed cards. I think we'll attach a water energy because we might need to attack with this Radiant Greninja at some point. Okay. And if they don't manage to evolve, we'll try to find a way where we can maybe get a boss's orders to knock it out. But I guess now with the Irida, they will get the rare candy. Ah, they got a Radiant Greninja. So I guess they have to have the Frigiback or the whatever the evolution is called, yeah, in hand. Okay, they're gonna knock out, going for the double Comfey knockout. That is a bit annoying, I have to say. So I think I'll start off with Colress's experiment. Okay, we got Manaphy. Turn too late, but I'll take it. We have 6 cards in the Lost Zone. So we'll bench the Manaphy. The question is, do we, for example, knock out this Bibarel? Do we go, like, who do we start attacking at this point? I think I will concealed cards here, discarding grass energy maybe. Switch cards, okay. We still don't have 7 cards there. It's not a trivial point of the game. Maybe we can try to strand the Excalibur, but they can just attach energies from their hand anyway, so we don't gain much from there. But yeah, maybe this is what we forced them to do. So we get this guy up front. Attach a second water energy to the Greninja. And we just spin innocently. Hope for the best. If they don't, like, or kind of independent of what they do, next turn we could knock out both the Excalibur and the Frigibass with our Radiant Greninja, assuming they don't manage to knock it out. Okay, so now they get 4 energies, so this will be enough for them to retreat the Excalibur and to then re-equip a Chien Pao to attack. But again, we can knock out their Frigibacks and their Excalibur with our Radiant Greninja, and then we're kind of good to go. We do still need to kind of draw some bench Pokemon. Yeah, this will force them now. I mean, they will refill, but they will discard both water energies from the Chien Pao now. And we will remove their Accelerate, assuming they don't manage to involve the Frigibacks this turn. Okay, Pokestop. This actually helps us because we can exile it with the Forest Sealstone and the Vacuum, and then that gets up to 7, and Mirage Gate becomes active. Okay, they have no more energies in the deck. So once they knock us out, I mean, they're going to be a bit limited on what they can do. Because they will have no acceleration, they can't tutor energies. So hopefully we can come up front. So I'll promote the Radiant Greninja. I'll start with the sealed cards. Okay, Iono's not bad, so I will Lost Vacuum here, because I'm the Forest Sealstone. Nest Ball or Giratina out, or yeah, Giratina I think is better, because we still, yeah. I will Mirage Gate, I think. So Grass and a Psychic. Attach a Psychic here. And I think I will Iono. Okay, Super Rod is actually quite cool here. And I will Moonlight Shuriken. So I'll take out this, and we'll take out this. And then we can Moonlight Shuriken again, so we can Super Rod the energies and Mirage Gates, and them onto the Greninja to continue attacking. Super Energy Retrieval. So they will be able to knock out the Radiant Greninja. Or actually no, because it's 120. Because they have no acceleration at the moment, so it will be 120. Opponent thinking. We might also, because now they put the Frigibacks back into the deck, we might want to retreat the Greninja, promote the Giratina, bosses orders the Bibarel to limit their card draw, because at this point, like with 2 energies, Chien Pao is not knocking anything out. So then we can start attacking their engines, or even the Radiant Greninja. So we have a second Mirage Gate. So I think I like the idea of promoting the Giratina. I'll still Super Rod already the energies in case they have some hand disruption. Do we get a Cramorant? Cramorant's not bad, but yeah, let's go like this for now. And I will boss his orders. So their hand is full, so Bibarel is not that useful, so I will go after here the Radiant Greninja and just shred it. Because now if they manage to tutor the Frigibacks, we can retreat the Giratina, go into Greninja, and attack their bench. We really want to limit their potential acceleration, energy acceleration. Now, the opponent doesn't have a lot of good promotions from the spot. Yeah, so I was thinking that he might do this, but he risks that if I evolve the Giratina, that he just loses the game on the spot. But I guess he doesn't want to risk his Chien Pao losing life because it's his only viable attacker. And Bibarel is just an easy price, so... So I think I will play the Colress' experiment, looking for a Giratina VMAX to close out this game. An opponent. Game is already taking a bit long. Okay, opponent conceded. Yeah, they didn't really have good plays there. If they couldn't get the acceleration going, they couldn't win. But yeah, that's the gameplay today. So we played 4 games, won 3. Lost Box is still quite a good deck. Yeah, and if you like this type of content, don't forget to leave a like or a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next one. Bye.